before we started that your display name tonight is just perfect. It is just so suitable for a film noir episode of Star Trek:
And,
Strange New
and
Worlds.
and before we start talking about it, I just have to add that I was really hoping that this would be the episode where we wouldn't have to compare it to something that's already been done. But nope, we have to
No,
compare it to something that's been done, and something that has been done so much better than this. Yes, like we're talking one of the greatest movies of all time in Casablanca. If you've seen it, I haven't seen it for 30 years, but it's still it's people revel in that movie, and I have to say straight off the bat, this episode did not do that movie any justice whatsoever. But there we go.
It was frustrating for sure. Um, I had a hard time paying attention to this one, honestly. So it did not pass my the big J attention deficit disorder test and keep my attention when I'm trying to multitask on stuff. So yeah, it's a shame. It was a little bit like, when's this over? Which is it had a lot of potential. Could have had a lot of potential, but it was just like, I don't know.
Cheeto, what were your overall thoughts about this week's installment?
I mean, this should have been a holodeck episode and like turned into, but since they don't have holodecks back then, they were like, oh, this is a section of space that takes away all the color. And I'm like, but they're on a ship that's illuminated. So like, why is the like listen, this was the dumbest, stupidest episode I've ever seen in my entire life. Like I'm sorry, I'm gonna bury the lead right here and just say this was the dumbest episode ever. It wasn't creative. It wasn't clever. It wasn't even a good noir, in my opinion. And we just had recent good noir with Spider Noir.
And even Voyager's done it better with their Flash Gordon sort of homage.
Mm-hmm.
And
Bride of Chaotica and stuff like that.
Fantastic, yeah, and all of that. Like this, and I wanted to really, really like this episode. I really wanted to. But once again, my eyes rolled when I realized they were doing Casablanca. That in itself pissed me off because all right, but then I thought to myself, fine, put that aside. We'll see how it goes. And mate, you're absolutely right, Jefferson. It was so uninteresting as well. And the fact that you got a fucking doppelganger Una to get them into this, how convenient. No
A
real.
lot of plot contrivances.
Yeah, it was just it was very poor. It was very, very poor. And the
And the
fact
thing
making sorry, one more thing, and making the Klingons Nazis, like you should have gone with the Cardassians or something like that. I know the Romulans are not being discovered yet, but something else, not the Klingons.
Well, the Romulans have been discovered, but you're right. They haven't seen the Romulans.
Yeah, but what I
Right.
mean, yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, but I mean, no. And have they even met the Cardassians at this point? I don't remember when they met the Cardassians.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think the Cardassians don't come along until the Lost Years, I think.
Right.
But anyway, I mean, regardless, even if you throw the Gorn in there or you throw the I don't know
unique
what other
race,
any race in there, it's just, I mean, even in Enterprise they threw some blue weird Nazi race in there. What I mean? Like they did it on Enterprise too. Like
yeah.
Greetings, EBW.
The thing that was frustrating was watching this. It had so many things that could have made it interesting. Like I was on board with a Star Trek noir. I was on board with kind of the whole thing in the setup, and it just watching it just felt like this is frustrating to watch because it had so much potential, and this is what they decided to do with that. Um, and Casablanca and Bride of Chaotica references aside, and all of that, it's not that I'm looking for an original take on noir. Uh, and yeah, we know Star Trek's done it. I'm not worried about any of that. I'm not looking for Star Trek to always do something for the first time. Uh, but when you do it, when you go back to the well for something like this, uh, there was a lot of potential to have made it better, and it wasn't. Like for example, the show within a show episode last season that was kind of like Clue, and it was a holodeck episode. It was like Clue
Yeah.
and the show kind of thing. That would have been perfect as the noir version of this. Like that would have been a great use of it. This, it just kept feeling like, why did you choose to make this the plot and the story for this episode when it could have been not that it should have been campy or silly or it was like, why?
Like they leaned into the noir and it just made no sense. And here, actually, at the very end of the episode, it actually makes less sense because as the shuttlecraft is heading back to Enterprise, color starts to come back, right? But the Enterprise is black and white. So if they're heading towards the Enterprise, why is the Enterprise not in color? And then the planet,
The
like,
Enterprise had a lead on them going back to Federation space.
Yeah, well, yeah, the shuttle has to have a lead on them, I guess, or something, because they did.
I think with this episode as well, like the pacing of it was really bad. Like there's so much exposition, and you're trying to understand what's going on and why it's happening and all of that, and why have they made the Klingons, into fucking Nazis? And there was one point Una mentioned about the honor of Klingons, and I'm thinking to myself, that feels a bit contradictory now, considering that you've turned them into fucking Nazis in this episode. Oh, sorry, I apologize for swearing. Hopefully it's not too soon. But regardless, it was even the subplot with Leon, boring. Uninteresting.
Terrible B plot.
Not interested whatsoever. It was rubbish. This did and like I said, I've no problems with them maybe doing a Casablanca style episode, whatever. But because this season now has had every episode this season resemble something that's been done in Hollywood before, I'm getting fatigued. This is ridiculous. Like you can't keep doing this season. I expect every episode this season to resemble something that we've already seen before.
I want a Die Hard episode. I want a Die Hard episode.
You want a
Christmas episode? I want a Die Hard episode
through the Jeffries tubes with his feet bleeding because he had to walk on broken glass. Oh God, yeah.
Didn't we have
it had to be
like
pipe?
That?
Sorry,
they had the
Jesus, Sam
was fighting the macrophages, the macroviruses episode once on Voyager. That was kind of Die Hard-esque.
We had a TNG one.
They had that one guy. That guy on Voyager, who I think he played Chucky in the actor who played Chucky. He played like a bit of a crazy guy, but he ended up being the hero.
Yeah, and when the Kazon took over the ship, he was left on the ship because he was.
Yeah, and he ended up sacrificing himself. He ended up dying.
What was his name? I don't remember. He was a Maquis originally, and he was like a murderer or something.
Yeah,
The guy that was in Dune
Chucky,
and Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, that was him.
It's not Brad Dourif, is it? No, it's
Brad Dourif.
Yes,
it is. No, not Brad. Brad Dourif is isn't that the guy from
Blade?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Hold on.
Anyway, I mean, we'll figure it out. Google Jefferson. Google it.
I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm Googling.
Awesome. Do we want to talk about the plot some? Break down the scenes, or?
I have no idea what the fucking plot is.
The plot is it's been done before. This person takes over because I mean, like they did this in DS9 with Cisco. Remember when they brought him over to the mirror universe to lead the resistance, even though like their Cisco died.
Okay,
it was Brad Dourif. Sorry.
No, you're fine. So yeah, so it's like I mean they even did this in DS9 like that, but it's like I don't know, the noir aspect of it just annoyed me because I'm like, why are we doing this? Like, why is this planet noir? And I get it, in the original series they had the city that looked like on another planet that looked like Greece, where the Greek gods lived, and another one where it looked like a Western. But I mean, like, that's in the 60s, that's excusable, like that's 60s television. We are 60 years removed from that, and we are doing this nonsense.
They all look like humans as well. There was no minor
If it would have been if it would have been a whole Klingon planet in noir, and like all the get-ups or whatever, like, okay, that would have been at least a little bit more interesting, because then we would have seen what a Klingon noir would have. But they were all still humans.
The plot didn't really match the scenery and the setting and the visuals. It was the wrong plot.
So disappointing. I've been excited for the noir planet all season. Like, they showed it in the intro on one of the shots, and I was like, yes, let's do a noir planet. Let's have a Planet of Hats episode. And it's a big letdown. I had to watch it twice.
I actually haven't seen the intros, which I'm glad now you mentioned that, because I don't want to be spoiled for anything. But initially, when it was black and white, I thought Dune, the Harkonnen, I thought it was going to go down that route initially, with them living on a black and white planet. But no, then as soon as I saw the blimps and stuff like that, I thought, this is a bit unusual. But yeah, and then,
I was waiting for Batman to show up on a roof with lightning behind him.
Yeah,
the Art Deco architecture. Oh
yeah.
It had that Gotham
vibes.
But because it was mainly set up in Rick's Cafe, aka whatever that bloody nightclub was, you know what I mean? It was just and they're dealing with the Nazis who happen to be the Klingons, and they're trying to move people about and stuff like that. It's such a the Casablanca references were all over the chart. There was even at one moment Uhura did a Casablanca reference at one point when she was at the bar
of all the gin joints.
Yeah.
They knew what they were doing. They just couldn't care to do it well, I guess.
Yeah. It's really hard to even talk about this episode, because you're right. My concentration waned a lot. I didn't care for what was going on.
I kept watching watching the clock. I was. And this episode was a little bit longer, I think, wasn't it? It was over 50 minutes, which I mean is not
it was like 50 minutes, yeah.
Like, I know that these episodes are right around like 45 to 50 minutes, but I mean, normally it's like that's on the longer end of what they normally are.
It's just that like Una having a doppelganger on this planet, like that was just really contrived, like it wasn't like, I believe in having, I appreciate maybe parallel universe doppelgangers, but actually having a doppelganger in the same universe, I thought that was fucking stupid.
I mean, even if they were in a parallel universe where it was black and white, it just, that black and white, like, it made no sense to me. And it's not because like I don't know the scientific part of it. I'm just like, wow, this one planet is black and white. How? Like, and they say, oh, this system,
radiation.
the hue, the color hue gets blah blah. I'm like, I don't even care. It's just that stupid.
It is, it was. And to kind of answer your question from a little bit ago, Mage, if you did the usual thing we usually do like a scene by scene thing, that would be torture for this episode.
Yeah, let's not.
Because
not say we didn't.
Yeah, can we not say we didn't? Like last week, there was all kinds of stuff that could be used for a really good scene by scene, and that's the other thing is, an episode is rough when your format of your podcast or live stream that it doesn't hold up to that. Usually you have a great lively scene by scene discussion, things like that. This one, my first thought was, oh Jesus, this is not going to be a scene by scene kind of thing, because there just was not anything that
nothing stood out.
No,
there's nothing to latch onto.
There was just the broad overview. There was nothing to latch onto. There was not like we've had in other episodes. And that's the thing I walked away from, was I wanted to like this one. I thought it had great potential. When I saw the because I don't watch any of the previews or any of that stuff. So when it started and it's black and white, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm in. Let's do this. Uh, but then it's like, okay, I'm waiting for it to get good. Okay, let's do this. When's this going to get good? And the problem was that you had an A plot that didn't fit for the style that they were doing with this. Uh, it should have done a little more of like the Spider Noir or Sin City kind of thing, so that the A plot didn't match the style and visuals, and then on top of it, you threw in a weak B plot. So it was like you just this was a bottle episode. I mean, this is if you want Star Trek. For all of you that want Star Trek, want real Star Trek, here you go. Here's your bottle episode.
Right.
The only part I found interesting was when they walked into that nightclub, and then that guy recognizes Uno as if he mistakenly recognizes her, and you're seeing them having to think on their feet a little bit, having to just go with the flow and not, and keeping up the appearance, very quickly, and but they're in the situation that they're in. That was probably the only part I found a little bit interesting initially, but once again, for Una to look like somebody already was just very convenient, for them to shoehorn her into this plot, and then La Resistance and all of that, and the torturing. I thought we were going to see 5 lights and shit at one point,
Oh yeah, that's sacred land, though. That's sacred land. That is not. You don't mess with that. No, there's no redoing, no parody. That's sacred land right there. I get what you're saying. You're right, but you got to be real careful because that's Indian tribal ground right there.
Yeah. So. I want to go on to Leon actually. Like, what the fuck is up with that? Like, seriously,
They're writing her off. I feel like they're
it
getting ready to write her off.
Anytime you see a character who usually shouldn't get a lot of screen time start getting a lot of screen time, it always makes me nervous because, like, that's the first indication that somebody's about to get whacked. Is when it was the same thing with the Andorian engineer in season 1. Out of nowhere, he had like an episode to himself, and I called it. I said, this guy's on the way out. Next episode, he's done for, because out of nowhere, he had screen time, and I said, the writing's on the wall. He's about to get whacked, and sure enough, he did. Every time in Star Trek, when you notice a character that hadn't been getting much screen time at all, suddenly get an episode. Like, oh, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Why don't I keep forgetting that guy's name?
Himmer?
Yeah. Every time I forget his name, Himmer. Yeah. So yeah, well, the thing is though, with that's hard for Strange New Worlds because besides Himmer, the rest of the cast has gotten fairly equal treatment, so it's harder to predict when you're going to lose someone. Unlike Discovery, when what's her name, the Ariam, when she suddenly randomly had a lot of screen time in one episode, that's when you can tell. Like, that was obvious. Oh, she's on the way out, because out of nowhere, some character that wasn't Michael Burnham had screen time. The writing was on the wall. That character is about to be out. But Strange New Worlds treats everyone pretty evenly. The thing is, I would love to have a Pelia episode if it meant that it held true with when a person who doesn't get a whole episode gets a whole episode, it means they're about to be written off the show. I would suffer through that if that was the payoff, if that meant that we were about done with her. So I'd be okay for that.
just to switch gears a little bit, what would you guys have thought of this episode if it was like a Far Beyond the Stars episode? Like, what if it was like a vision or like something in their minds, like an alien race that they encounter, where let's say Una encounters a race and kind of creates this whole thing and trying to get, like, maybe the Klingons throw her into this noir thing to kind of get information out of her, like maybe it's like it's still like a hologram type thing, but it's like I don't remember what the episode was called with O'Brien, where he spent like 25 years in a prison, but it was only like
Hard
an hour
time.
or something.
Hard time.
But with her, it's like, they create this whole world in their mind, but they're trying to get information out of her. So I thought that might have been an interesting spin on it. Like,
okay, I would have taken that.
Because they did do the Klingon
Other
torture
premises
in
might
it.
have helped it. Yeah, other premises might have helped it be more interesting. I think you might be onto something there, Cheeto. But as presented, it was just unoriginal tropes ripped off from other stuff, the way it's been kind of all this season.
On the black and white planet.
Yeah.
That
I wish I would have.
That annoys me so much.
I wish I would have thought of that word earlier, Mage. It's like I was struggling to come up with it, but you're right. The word you just used was shit. Say it again. What was the word?
Tropes.
Tropes. Yeah. It was the wrong trope for this setting. There were all kinds of other ones that could have used something far beyond the stars, something like that. Something even a little brighter, chaotica. There are other tropes they could have pulled out of that would have matched this better than the what was this? Was this espionage? What was even? I'll be perfectly honest with you guys. I don't know what I watched. I like what was the plot? What happened?
Change of guard leadership. I don't know. Whatever you want to like. It was a revolution. Like, it was revolution storyline.
I kind of picked that up a little bit. Yeah.
One part mystery.
Bit, yeah.
They had to go and retrieve this probe that for some reason is so important that they're going to cross the demarcation line and risk starting the war with the Klingons back up. The only thing I can think of that makes it that important is they must have been spying on the Klingons with it and must have badly needed that data.
Well,
I was
probe,
racking my brain.
Well, yeah, the probe saw a medical ship cross the neutral zone.
But that's not why they went and got
Chapel
it.
pulled what she pulled.
Yeah, that's not why they
went to get it.
Yeah, the point that they went to get it is it drifted across the demarcation line, and if it was found over there, which is crazy because that shuttlecraft passed right by that. Did they explain why that shuttlecraft was able to like fly right by that Klingon D7 and just didn't he, like it was pretty close, and I was like, are they gonna see that at all? Like, did anyone not look out a window?
There's no windows anymore.
Yeah, right. Windows have no honor. They are
Windows have no honor.
No, that part made no sense. That they spent so little time explaining any of the sciencey parts that they couldn't bother to make it make sense. The part with Scotty's piggybacks beam, relay buoy on it, they didn't explain that very well.
By the way, speaking of which, is Scotty and Ortega's banging? I think they're banging. I'm just saying.
Sure. I mean,
I don't know. I got that hint when we had that when La'an was having the conversation with him.
Oh, there you go, Zam. He has a nice, great, hot relationship with Ortega, gets dumped, and then turns into a drinker. And this happens within the next 5 years.
Well, that hasn't been proven yet. I mean, they just made up.
No, I'm just saying that bridges your gap between he's playing the Scotty, the young Scotty, and the James Doohan that we're used to.
I just wanted to see, as I said before, I wanted to see a bit of that James Doohan in him already without him having to somehow turn into him because he's on the Enterprise for a couple of years.
It's probably his fault.
You know, he just,
no, it's because he has a relationship with Ortega's and then gets dumped or something.
They stay together and he just turns to drinking.
That can do it too. Yeah.
He was never an alcoholic. He just was able to have a drink. He was never a drinker. He just he could handle a drink and stuff, and he drank when he was responsible in that sense.
He didn't
As
drink
he's
and
starting
drive.
bar fights.
Yeah, that too.
Klingons.
But he was a very confident guy, which this dude doesn't really seem like that confident, if you know what I mean. But anyways,
Drink to have
Do we
fun,
think-
don't drink to
wanna-
forget.
I want to stick to this shitty episode personally. I don't know if they're going to go back to this well anytime soon. When it comes to noir episodes, they've done the odd stuff. They've paid respect to. Star Trek has done that. They paid respect to yesteryear with stuff like they did the Ocean's 11 thing on DS9 and stuff like that. And I'm sure they've done something similar. Oh yeah, they've done Dixon Hill, of course, with on TNG. So they've done all these sort of things before. But boy, they couldn't pull it off this time around. It's just
It was a mismatch. It felt like a mismatch.
Are we gonna now 4 episodes in? Do we expect every episode now to resemble something from the past, like something we've already seen?
I think
Is it going to be like that
think,
this season?
I think they just don't care. I think they're
I
writing
think they're
episodes.
phoning it in.
Yeah, I think they're really phoning it in. That was going to be my point at the end of this. Was I am truly convinced after this 4th episode that they are truly phoning it in, and because they know it's over. Like they know that Kurtzman era is coming to an end, and that probably when the Ellisons take over, none of them are going to have a job there. So they're just like, let's just they're probably doing stuff they want to do. They like to do. They just don't care if it makes sense. They don't care if it appeases Star Trek fans.
But we already know that it's going to be 5 seasons long anyway, regardless of the Ellisons' intervention. So we saw that already with Discovery. We saw that with Lower Decks. I mean, they're fitting the same formula. Surely they want to go out on a high, not a low.
I really this feels a lot different than the end of Discovery and the end of Lower Decks. I feel like the end of Discovery, as controversial as that show was, they treated the show with respect up till its last episode, even its last episode. I feel like Lower Decks treated the show with respect. I feel like with this, they're just like, nah, we're going to do what we want. It's almost like season 7 of TNG. They just, at that point, they knew it was over. So they were just doing what they wanted to do. And that's when you get episodes like the one with the masks or whatever. And
that missed.
Yeah.
Well, what I was going to say was, until you said mass, I was about to say, but is that bad though? Is it bad to just say, fuck it, let's just do all the shit we wanted to do?
No, and that's fine.
It
That's
is
their own.
if it doesn't appease the fans who made Trek to begin with and have been their bread and butter for so long. They're going after a new audience. I feel
and that's the thing is I'm all for creative freedom, letting them do what they want to do, but they can't bitch about the backlash. They can't bitch about us sitting here complaining about it. You know what I mean? That's fine. You did what you wanted to do, but guess what? You didn't think about any of the fans. This episode was too literally a work for today's illiterate viewers to get.
If that's a comment about me, I won't respond to it, and I won't dignify it.
I know what he's saying.
Likewise.
No,
I know what he's saying. I'm just trying to be funny.
Right. Yeah, I get what you're saying. It tried to get a little too cerebral in the age of influencers, social media influencers, and scrolling, and kids that you swear don't know how to read or speak or spell, things like that. And you're right, it gets tough when a good portion of your audience, your demographic, may start getting into that part where they've never read a book.
That is some scary shit. Like the other day, I had to sign something, and I thought, "Fuck me! When was the last time I held a pen?" You know what I mean? It was so crazy. It felt almost alien in my hand. I haven't.
I use a pen every single day.
I can sign my name, but if you said, okay, write in cursive every letter in the alphabet, I would have to be like, okay, let's tap into the muscle memory to remember. But
I
Yeah.
couldn't do that. But I mean,
forgot
like,
how to write cursive a long time ago.
yeah, me too. I don't even know how to write my name in cursive. I know how to do my
Print
signature.
for life.
right,
Like I can do my signature, but all it is a J and a bunch of scribbles.
don't be lazy.
Yeah, just,
Write
Oh.
your name.
It's a bunch of scribbles.
What do you think? You're signing posters and
I write
autographs?
my name very
Yes,
sloppily.
yes, I am.
No.
That's what I do all day. I could go to the Nerd2 merch table.
Oh, the merch table. At
And I sign
STLD.
Everybody wants something signed by Cousin Cheeto, don't you know?
I sign the babies' heads and the boobies.
Would you sign my ass cheeks?
Absolutely. Bring it here.
All righty.
He
I
charges
say I
15
charge
bucks
like
for that one,
150
though.
for butt cheeks, 150.
For butt cheeks?
Yeah.
Come on, man. 20,
No.
30.
See, this is how
Who do you
uninteresting
think you
the
are,
episode
Sean
is.
Schimmel?
We start talking about
Yeah,
autographing
we're
butt cheeks, haggling over price.
how many episodes this
I have
season?
no
by the way?
idea how we're going to. Excuse me?
How many episodes this season? Is it 10?
10.
10.
Okay,
10. So we have 6 more episodes of this.
I already know what the next
I was
episode
very
is.
much looking
And I'm
forward to
already
this.
at the point where I don't look forward to watching the episode when
Oh,
I wake up.
do you guys
Thursday
wanna know what
mornings.
the
I'm
next
like, oh,
episode
shit,
is?
it's
No!
Thursday.
Yeah, go
No.
on.
Please
Really?
no. I accidentally saw what this one's was, and I had
Yeah,
the
all right,
misfortune
fair
of
enough.
getting
I'll tell
myself
you later,
excited.
Sam.
No spoilers.
No. You know what? Yeah, these guys. I mean, I think because of my apathy regarding how I feel about Star Trek, these guys woke me up from it. You're right. I shouldn't know. I don't
Because
wanna
if
know.
you know, you're going to walk in with expectations, and if they weren't met, you're going to look down on the episode more than you would
Well,
have.
I'm not saying like the theme of the episode. I already know what the theme of the episode. I don't know anything about the episode besides the theme. But that's okay.
Don't wanna know.
I don't have
Leave
to
it
say
alone.
anything.
I've also noticed another thing as well. Like, I think this is like the third time now this season where it's like the third time we're starting on a shuttlecraft. Like the episode begins in the shuttlecraft. The event Horizon was like that, going to the alien planet. The holiday planet was like that, and now this episode started like that. It's very unoriginal.
Did the last planet start on
openings.
a shuttlecraft?
No, they weren't started
they were
on
on
the
the
Enterprise.
Oh yeah, right. Fair
Talking
enough,
about
fair
it at the meeting. They were in the
Yeah,
reading
fair
room
enough.
talking about it.
Fair enough. Okay, forgive me.
No, we do not forgive here.
enough.
Inaccuracies in Trek are unforgivable.
We forget.
We don't forgive. We don't forget.
I want to say this as Star Trek fans. I think we're very fair. And we don't jump on bandwagons. Usually, we all have different opinions and stuff like that. But it's quite remarkable to see all four of us have
Who are you talking to?
a significant. No, hold on. Usually, we can get together and have positive opinions on episodes, and sometimes obviously we'll have indifferent opinions on episodes. But for all four of us to have a negative opinion on an episode, I don't think that's happened before.
I would be very interested to hear Lord Donkey's opinion on this episode. I honestly feel like Lord Donkey is more forgiving than Jefferson is.
He might give it a 5, and that's about
What?
it. That's the sort of person he is.
I'm probably the
Yeah, I
most
mean-
forgiving person in this group. Okay, how am I not?
It's you or Donkey.
Okay, what have I done or said that makes you think I'm not forgiving? What?
I'm
Well,
not
why-
saying you're not forgiving. I'm just saying that
Unforgiving.
He's just saying
Donkey is
you're
more forgiving.
not quite as forgiving as
Yeah.
Donkey
Oh well,
is. Yeah.
Donkey's very forgiving. That's a high bar. There.
I used to be very forgiving, and then I stopped.
I'm very
That was-
forgiving.
No, you are forgiving. I'm
I
not
have
saying
to
you're not.
be fair.
They're this close to making me feel about Trek the way I feel about Star Wars these days, which is general apathy.
Likewise.
Cheeto became a hater.
I like to always give.
Huh?
I like to always give things a chance, but then I always get let down. And so yeah, and that's what it's like with Star Wars recently. So there you go.
Fandoms are all ruined. It's
You always
okay. You know what? We just
Well, we still have Spider-Man. I mean, four films in, you would think by the fourth film it would start being shit, but no, it's still going strong.
I haven't seen it yet. I got to see it.
I've still got to watch the new one.
Fair enough. Well, you're lucky I haven't given anything away. I just said I liked it.
Well, thank you. I'll make myself get to it.
Yeah, hurry
soon.
up because it's really good.
Yeah.
I'll get right on.
I think we should. You know what? I think we should just close it. I mean, it's unfortunate.
I was about to ask for final thoughts and marks because I don't think we want to beat a dead horse.
I think we're good at this. Like we could sit here and bash on it, but then we just be like Rick B, like just shitting on it to shit on it. Shitting on it just because
penultimate.
We don't want to cross that line.
I don't want to go first on this one. I want to go penultimate to you, Mage. So, yeah. I just want to
start with Cheeto then.
I hated this episode. I thought it was dull, and I thought that it was stupid. And I really thought that this was probably, and I'd have to go back and look, but I think this was probably the worst episode of Strange New Worlds, if not one of the worst episodes of modern Trek. So yeah, it's pretty bad, and I'm gonna give it a 0. I feel like this episode could have not existed, and I would have been happier.
Okay, Jefferson.
A 0. Wow, that's rough.
I didn't even realize that was on our meter. I thought we started at 1.
Right.
Then I'll give it a 1. But I mean, still, like it's a yeah. There was nothing redeemable about this.
If you give it a 0, you give it a 0. We'll just adjust the bar.
I would have to say that even the absence of Apelia didn't help gain this episode crucial points like last week did. I was going to give it a 5, maybe a 4, but then Cheeto comes out the gate with a 0, and you know I'm just going to ride the fence on this one and just 5. I'm just going to play it in the middle and just say 5. It just didn't do anything for me.
Damn, that's a high mark for a bad episode.
Yeah. It's I'm just trying to what.
He's fighting for that position of most forgiving.
Don't give in to your biases, man. You know, give an honest review.
A 3. I think a 3 is probably more in line of what I'm feeling, and that's tough to earn that 3. I think that's the bonus point of not having Pelia in it helped. So that's where we're at a 3.
Daniel Vance has given it a 4. I not choose to put this on to watch
Hell
again.
no.
Yeah, likewise.
Everybody needs to look at the poll before I.
This was a one and done. This was absolutely forgettable.
I think this episode is, so if you don't mind me going next, I think this episode is absolutely unforgivable because even though last week we had our issues, I was engaged, regardless, I was engaged. I was not engaged in this episode, and that is unforgiving for Star Trek, totally. Right. You have to keep me interested to some degree, whether I think the episode is shit or not. And I wasn't. And that's a disservice to this episode, big time. And the stupidity and the conveniences of Una being a doppelganger and all of that to shoehorn them into everything, and the plot twist that I didn't give a hell about, the B plot with Leon didn't care about. None of this. This episode was God, I hate to say the word, but I don't want it to come across as an immature, but this episode was boring.
It was boring.
The boring episode. It was uninteresting, uninspiring. I wasn't captured by this episode whatsoever, and so I have to give it a low mark. And I didn't ever think 0 was actually capable of being a mark, so I'm giving it 1. It can't get any worse than this. This is bad in every aspect. You want to make a shitty comedy episode, I'm going to mark it. As long as it got my interest, it's never going to get anything. It's never going to get a 1. But if you make me look at my phone and more than I'm watching the fucking show, and I'm like not even close to even being entertained by this, yeah, you're getting a 1.
If you're watching,
getting a 1 and done.
If you're watching it with your spouse, significant other, or whatnot, if you get up to go to the bathroom and you say, "Just keep it playing," you're not even interested in pausing it just in case you might miss something. It's like, nah, just keep it going.
Mage, you're a
that's-
trooper. You watched this twice, and I'm like, honestly, Mage, if you come across some shit like this again, man, don't watch it twice. Just watch it once,
Mate.
take generic notes, and let us go wild on it.
I would pick Code of Honor over this.
I just want to also add finally, like, you know, we did and you know, after Section 31, we did you know, a podcast regarding, like, you know, is Star Trek on its last legs, is it dying, and all of this sort of stuff. But it's stuff like this that's killing Star Trek. It really is. Like, we want a new generation to take over from us fucking middle-aged motherfuckers. But how is anybody young going to be interested in Star Trek when dross like this is coming out? This is the sort of shit that's ruining this amazing show, this amazing series, this amazing franchise. Yeah, it's unforgivable. Anyway, I'm done.
Yeah. I kind of enjoyed it the first time, but watching it again, I didn't enjoy it as much. Then you guys started poking holes in it, and then by the time it was my turn to really talk and think about it, I was over it. Zam pointed out that it was just Casablanca, and I was just like, oh my god, it really was. There was nothing original or unique about it in any way, and yeah, just dense for the sake of being dense, and they didn't bother to make the sci-fi parts make sense. No pseudoscience at all, really, to speak of. So just accept that it's black and white for the sake of being black and white.
Convenient EMP, by the way, which they could have bloody chucked there at any other previous time, but somehow they needed to get the
Why does it have to go through the Klingon checkpoint, and why does it have to be conspicuous as hell is an even better
question. They had to have it so that we thought Una was going to get caught, but then the one bad guy, Trader, whatever, was going to get caught.
Joe.
Yeah.
Trader Joe.
Yeah, Trader Joe.
Roman got... I mean, if you didn't see her put it in, it's just like, oh yeah, she put it on him. She didn't have this thing still. As soon as he left, I'm like, oh yeah, he's got the detonator.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to give it a 2. Just because that if you really just turn your brain off and just really sit and try to enjoy it.
Yeah, but as I said, it's, I mean, I'm not questioning your mark, but I'm just like, man, like if you watch Spider Noir, like you that's how you do a noir. You know what I mean? Like that is how you do a noir in a fantasy world.
You can't just take bits and pieces of other things and throw it at the wall and hope it sticks and the writers
you got to pace it better than this as well. Like, you know, you really got to make the machine go a lot quicker and a lot faster than what it did with this episode. It dragged the whole way through, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
I'm
afraid
I like what Daniel Martin said. It is very brilliant.
Rick Bu shows up right now and says he won't like it because it's Kurtzman track. He won't. No matter how much he loves it and he relieves himself like in a sexual way to it, like, you know, no matter how much he does that, he still will never admit that he loved it because he's got an image to uphold.
He's a glutton for punishment, that motherfucker. It's amazing.
Yeah, I know. He watches every single episode.
Yeah. So Chapel Spy Story, I didn't even know that existed.
Yes, Chapel Spy Story could be interesting if they choose to do it. It might be. Or they could just totally muck it up like they're doing with the rest of it.
Chapel is looking at you.
I don't know.
Looking at you, kid. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself.
All right, everybody.
By the way, also to my detriment to this episode, just please stop fucking doing homages to other shit. Just make an original episode once this fucking season, please.
I'm pretty sure that it's already all written and filmed, so they can't. Your prayers.
This is how. I'm just keeping my fingers crossed for an original episode that doesn't make you feel like you've seen this shit before.
Agreed.
Well, we can keep hopes and prayers.
Yep.
Thoughts and prayers.
So this has been our review of season 4, episode 4, Strange New Worlds. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you so much to my co-hosts. Zam, besides Dark Side of the Ring, which you can watch the review of here on Wednesday, what else do these fine folks have to look forward to out of
Or
NerdTube?
possibly a world gone insane. As you know, there is a by-election happening in the city of Clacton where Nigel Farage, a fascist, is going up against a guy with a bin for a head in Count Binface. And if that happens and he loses to him, that could be remarkable. And if that does happen, I promise you, myself and Ginger will definitely do a World's Gone Insane tomorrow, because that'll be just like the most amazing story of all time, where an actual politician has lost to a man with a garbage can on his head.
You guys need to come
Oh,
over
you mean
here.
a literal garbage can on his head?
His name is Count Binface, and our politics is a little bit different. You know, we have wacky characters, and this guy wants to be the sort of like governor of a particular area. As we're trying to translate it to America,
He wants to be the MP.
Yeah, the MP of a particular area, and he's going up.
You guys need to come
Okay.
over here and do our politics, because I mean,
yeah. I mean, you guys.
We'd get more voter turnout if we had people like Count Binface
that
to
Francesca
go vote
Hong-
for. Shit, that'd get me to the
It's a shame
polls.
Francesca Hong didn't win, but yeah, that's another story. Other than that, yeah.
That was unfortunate.
Yeah, other than that, you know, not too bad for the DSA Democrats. That was pretty good for you guys. So yeah, but yeah, like I said, that's coming up, and obviously, you know, anything I decide to watch and review, I'll put it up as well, because I'm a glutton for media.
we've kind of booted back up the fan film reactions. We've got 2 of them out right now: a Metal Gear Solid one, and what was the first one we did? Oh, the
Star Wars.
Oh yeah, the Star Wars one, Vader. Yeah,
The
and then we
Vader
also
Part
have
2,
Axanar:
right?
The Gathering Storm, which is apparently one of the only places right now you can watch it, because not only have they taken it off of YouTube, but now they've had to take it off of Axanar Online or Axanar Plus or whatever it's called.
Mhm.
So
Also,
yeah, they took it off his private site. Too.
Also, a couple of things. Season 2 is almost coming to an end of X-Men 97, so we will do a season review of that here at NerdTube.
it's
And
done.
yeah, is it done? Oh my
Yeah.
bad! I thought it was
It
10
only had 9
episodes.
episodes this season, because
Okay, my
for some
bad.
reason they thought that's enough episodes in a season for some dumbass.
Okay,
reason.
well, we'll try and churn out a review for that. And Lanterns is coming out, and I'll see who I can scoop for that, which is coming out on the 17th of August. I'll try to sort something out for that. If not anybody else from NerdTube, I promise you, I will definitely do a review for you guys.
All right, awesome. So plenty of reasons for the people to subscribe and smash the bell icon so they never miss a NerdTube video. I've been Major Rage. We've had Played Against Zam, Mr. 10-2, aka Cousin Cheeto, and Jefferson Preston Cisco Kelly. Thank you all for watching. Live long and prosper. You've been watching NerdTube.